Hello, hello, everybody. We are back with Angels with Scaly Wings. I hope everyone's gotten ready and have a good time. I'm here with Star. If you want to say hi and introduce yourself and all that.
Hello, I'm Starlight Endless. Long time no see.
For context, they are a part of the Kingdom server. I have also linked their Twitch in my description, so if you want to check them out whenever they do a live stream, you guys are able to. But basically, last we left off on this live stream, we were basically a human teleported to this went through a gate to this planet because our Earth is dying, but there is this Earth, or an equivalent Earth, where there's a whole bunch of dragons, and we basically have a temporary agreement to basically just get a whole bunch of generators and stuff from them to try and survive. And our best friend our co-worker was basically like, I don't trust them, and basically tried to escape with the generator and basically caused a huge scene, and now he's on the run, and we suspect that he might have done the murder, potentially, of a dragon. So, we'll just have to see where that takes us. So, no, don't skip ahead. Let's see here. Another day, another morning. I woke from dreams filled with fire and smoke. The sun shining through the window gave me a comforting feeling of familiarity, despite the portal in the distance reminding me of my purpose here. Oh, also as a reminder, because it has been a little bit of time since we've done this, just to kind of refresh who's doing what. I'm the main character narrator, Sebastian, Annie, and Adine. You are Reza, Maverick, Lorem, Bryce, and Remy. So
You'll have to prompt me because I
just wanted to do the initial recap of the names, just because it has been a while. I looked toward the horizon, my view undisturbed by dividing walls. The light of the morning sun was painting in the sky with golden hues, a view that had become a rarity back home. It invoked feelings of freedom and openness that was almost scary to me. So let me just set this up so I can more easily see the thing. Perfect, okay. When I was ready for the day, my thoughts strayed to the people I knew back home. I couldn't help but wonder how they were doing. But I had greater things to worry about at that moment, like Reza, murderers, and generators. How much danger was I in, really? Oh, a doorbell. Hey, and there's Bryce.
Am I Bryce?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Eclipse.
Hey, Chief. More bad news?
Not quite, unless you count Reza still missing as bad news. That's kind of why I'm here.
Well, what is it?
Just some good old-fashioned police work. We're counting on your help, again. I have no clue what voice I gave him.
Yeah, no, it has been a while. It's like, honestly, like... Because he's definitely like one of the deep voices of like, hey, how you doing? But like, I think it's been a while. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm not really in the mood to look at corpses today.
Apologies, my housemate was asking about something.
No worries, no worries.
Don't worry, we have something else planned. We obtained a list of places Reza visited the day before he vanished. We'll check out those, maybe find a lead, and you can help us understand his motivations, or give us some context to his actions.
I can certainly try.
Because, all humans are the same. Anyway, I'm sure you'll do great. I'm sure you do a great job.
That is reassuring.
Are you ready to go?
Not really, but sure, let's go.
Just woke up, probably hadn't had breakfast.
Yeah.
There's a couple places we can check out. Let's see where we should go first.
While Bryce focused on his list, I saw someone approach out of the corner of my eye. A closer look revealed that it was Sebastian, waving his arm in an attempt to get our attention as he ran toward us, his face grave. So you are also Sebastian? Actually...
There you are, Chief!
No, actually, wait, I'm Sebastian, never mind.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, there you are, Chief, I was looking for you.
What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person.
Sorry, Chief, there is.
Ah, fuck!
Darn it!
Damn! Guess it's going to be one of those days.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Someone else can take care of that today, though. We've got other plans.
You'll need to sign off of a few things, at least.
I know. We'll go to the crime scene, see a few forms, sign a few forms, and then we're out.
Ooh, spooky buildings.
Ooh.
When we arrived at the scene, I saw the poor victim next to one of the houses. The obligatory sheet that was draped over him provided a modicum of discretion, but did nothing to hide the crime that had occurred. Right now you said cream.
The cream. Alright, give me the story.
It's an interesting one, that's for sure. The wounds match those of the last victim, so a similar, if not identical, murder weapon is likely. The victim, maintenance person for this area, and the electricity is out. The power goes, maintenance guy shows up and is killed before you can fix the problem. At least, that's my theory.
So the power of the whole block is still out?
That's correct.
We should get that fixed as soon as possible. We don't need citizens showing up around here complaining about sitting in the dark. I mean, it's daytime. Yeah. They can deal.
Yes, but it's more of, I think, like, if they cook or something, then that's
true.
Good point. Bryce's snout wrinkled with distaste as he glanced over Sebastian's shoulder.
Damn, not again.
What is it? This is
it's the pissy one!
Yeah, the pissy one, which is you.
You. What are you doing here, Maverick? A second victim, This is an official investigation, so you better not cross that police line.
Yeah, he was put on hold for, like, basically on the bench.
Shunned by my own colleagues. This is ridiculous. You fucked out! It's your own fault!
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know how it is. Rules are rules. And without rules, murders like this one would be allowed to happen and go unpunished.
True fact. Unfortunately. Have your fun without me, then. Storms off all disgruntled.
What do you think he wanted here, Chief?
That's an easy one. To do his own investigation, just like he said he would. I shouldn't be surprised he showed up, but I guess we're lucky we arrived before he did.
I agree.
We better check out the power outage now.
Of course. I think the door to the maintenance room is right around here.
We're gonna become amateur electricians.
Great. Oh, that's you.
You got your flashlight, Seb.
Always, Chief.
You should go first then. I don't have my stuff here. Besides, putting on that hat mount is such a hassle.
Oh yeah, I imagine for dragons it's such, like, a pain to put on a head mount, because it's, like, gets in the way of all the horns and stuff. I remember, you complain about that every time it comes up. There, that should do the trick. I feel like, obviously I remember most of this game, but, like, something's gotta show up.
You just stay behind me, Eclipse. Alright?
Okay.
God, I hate stairs, especially those made for smaller dragons like you.
Discrimination.
Discrimination.
Trust me, having it the other way around isn't too great either. What do you like stairs or do you not like stairs?
Wait, me?
Yeah, no, I'm asking. Do you want to say I don't mind stairs or I don't like stairs, or do you not want to say anything?
I don't mind stairs.
I don't mind stairs that much. I can see why. Your legs have more articulation than even mine, especially the knees. Out of us three, I think Bryce has the worst of it right now.
Damn you and your articulated knees. I can just see him shaking his clawed fist.
Just shaking in the air and darting you and your knees. This kind of reminds me of when we found that underground base, or whatever it was. Remember, Chief?
How could I not? It wasn't that long ago.
It's been like 2 months since we did it. 3 months since we did the stream.
It's been like 3 or 4, to be honest.
It was it was literally the last day of December, I think it was. So.
Was it?
Yeah. Underground base?
Yeah, the portal wasn't the only piece of ancient technology we found. There was also this whole lab near it.
Huh.
Seemed to have some high-tech stuff in there.
Weird.
At least that place doesn't have have as many stairs. He's
Wait.
just huffing and puffing, trying to come up the steps.
Yeah, but wait. So you not only found the portal, but a whole facility along with it.
Yes, but we're not sure how much the two are actually related. We spent all that time studying the portal and barely got anywhere with it. This stuff is just beyond what we know.
Spooky.
Ooh.
It's like, I wonder what's gonna happen, though.
Mm.
And one of my friends is asking, what the heck are you playing? So,
A fun little game!
A fun little chaotic game.
Yep.
Ooh, a spooky door.
Ooh. I swear, if the light goes over and we see like a freaking bloodied hand, I swear to the gods. I'm like, oh, saw that coming.
Yeah.
Especially in the lab.
Yeah. So what exactly are we looking for?
Whatever's causing the power outage, if we don't find if we don't find the cause, we should at least be able to get backup run.
Yeah. I mean, it is the electrical building after all. Wait, is there something here or am I going crazy? I think I'm just going crazy. Looks like the generator's gone.
Mystery solved. I mean, yeah, that would cause a power outage. Just yoink the whole damn thing.
The sound of creaking metal penetrated the stillness of the room.
That's suspicious.
I looked above toward the source of the noise as it grew louder, and in the next instant I was pushed sideways and fell to the ground, just barely avoiding the giant light fixture that fell from the ceiling and shattered into countless pieces alongside me.
Eclipse, are you alright?
The next thing I saw was a hooded figure standing above me, just barely visible against the darkness that permeated the room. Ooh, spooky. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't think that's I don't think that's Freza.
No.
The figure.
One, they're too damn tall.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this is us on the ground looking up to him.
True.
But like, where would he have gotten that strange mask from? It's been less than 24 hours.
True.
So like, I don't think it's him. The figure crouched down next to me, its mask covering right in front of my face. Merely a whisper reached my ears when it spoke. I'll be the mysterious figure, I guess. Be careful, Eclipse. Then the figure dashed toward the stairs. Where are you going? That's not me.
Don't move.
She's going up the
The
stairs.
door just Cox gun.
Interesting. Our main character said she. I'm on it.
How would they know?
I didn't see that cheer coming.
I can't see a damn thing in here.
Here, Chief.
I hate these stupid stairs.
Grumble, grumble.
Grunt, grunt.
You're blocking the way.
Just go around me.
There's no room. You're as wide as the stairs are.
Rude. I can't help it. Too thick for the stairs. Damn it, we'll never catch him now.
Thick dragon. By the time we found our way back up, the mysterious figure was nowhere to be found.
We've got a long search ahead of us. With a head start like that, there might be no end to it.
We have to take our chances as long as we can. I mean, I don't think we're gonna find them. If in the hundreds of years of this I'm assuming the person's probably in their 20s or 30s. So, if you didn't find this singular person in 20 to 30 years, I don't think you're necessarily going to find them. Because it's like, how else are you going to be able to find them? Because it's like, they obviously know how to hide and all that.
Except that chance is growing smaller and smaller while we wait for the team to arrive.
What even happened on there?
Right. Eclipse, tell us everything in as much detail as you can.
There wasn't much to it. I heard a noise. I looked up, the light fixture came down, and then someone pushed me.
You mean Reza? No, I don't think it was Reza.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it was Reza.
What makes you say that?
Whoever it was wearing a mask.
The bloody well can't be someone else, so let's not kid ourselves here. I mean, there could be several people. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute, when we were down there, didn't you refer to him as a she? Did I? I don't know. Maybe you just heard wrong. Maybe. Why would he wear that whole getup, though? Didn't want to be... Well, I don't think I want him to be recognized. Because, like, okay, if it is in fact Reza, like, it wouldn't be for recognized because obviously we're the only two humans. I don't think it's for protection because it just seemed like a cloak and a mask. I think that would be obvious. I think it's probably best as a camouflage, right? So what do you think?
I agree.
As some sort of camouflage.
Good point.
This whole thing doesn't make any sense.
Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
Your earlier theory about what happened was pretty sound, Sebastian. Let's go with that and add the bit about the generator being stolen. Oh wait, no, that was your line.
Oh!
That's fine. It's fine.
It happens. So now the question is, who has the motive of stealing the generator?
Reza, obviously.
True. Right. Who else would need to steal a generator when those who live here could either buy or even simply request one? Not to mention, Reza was the one who arranged the diplomatic trade for the generators in the first place.
I can't deny the fact that your generators are pretty important to us, but resorting to murder?
We all saw the human figure running away.
Why would he... Okay, so... Obviously it's not a dragon in disguise. That's... So are we sure we saw him running away, or why would he have stayed here if he stole it? I'm leaning toward why would he have stayed here, but what are your thoughts?
I also agree, because doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So
because if he stole it, he would just book it as best he can back to the portal and leave.
Yeah. So why would he have stayed here if he stole it? The generator is already gone when he got here, and the person in question wasn't carrying it either. Perhaps this is a case where the criminal has returned to the crime scene.
For this kind of crime, I'd say no. But who knows? Maybe our rules just don't apply anymore.
What do you mean?
No offense, but ever since you two humans arrived, there's been a lot of strange things going on. This place used to be a quiet town.
So you think it was Reza? You're starting to sound like Maverick. Maybe this whole thing is just a huge misunderstanding. You don't understand why you ran in the first place. I'm leaning toward you do understand why I ran away from the first place, right? But what do you want to say?
Hold on.
Because basically, he thinks it's Reza, starting to sound like Maverick. Maybe it's a whole misunderstanding, or you do understand why you ran away, right? I'm leaning toward you do understand why you ran away.
Because if he would have stayed there, even if he didn't do it, they'd be like, "You did it!"
Yeah, so...
It's like...
Yes. So you do understand why you ran away in the first place, right? Strange alien world, big scary dragon coming to arrest him. He had no idea what what consequences being arrested would have here.
Are you actually defending him?
No, I'm just looking for an explanation. Maybe we should just focus on finding him and point fingers later. Agreed. Yeah.
No. Agreed. The police team will be here any minute now. You don't have to get involved with the search, but that doesn't mean you can't help us.
What do you want me to do?
We still have the list of places we're going to check, remember? We can't go now. The search takes priority. The search takes priority. Of course, we'll still check out those places after we're done here. But if you go on your own, you can speed up the process. You could even find a lead for us. Who knows?
Well, sure thing, you must be really understaffed. How about now?
It's really understaffed.
Do you want to go with that? You're really understaffed?
Yeah.
You must be really understaffed if you need to rely on me.
It was less to do with my staff, more with what I told you last time. You know him, and that gives you experience that can help us understand how he thinks. That's the kind of help we really need. In that case, here's the list. Or in any case, close enough.
Yeah, close
considering
enough.
Considering your status, you shouldn't have any trouble in these places. But if anything happens, call me and I'll check up on you. And I'll check up on you later.
Wait a minute, you mean I'm going all by myself?
All of us are going to be busy with the search. We can't really afford to spare someone right now. You'll be fine.
Also, can we just say, I really like his Bryce's pseudo wings that he has. They're like really interesting. Aren't you worried I'll do something fishy? I mean, isn't that why Reza and I were assigned police escorts in the first place?
That policy was mostly Maverick's fault. He's out of the picture. With my authority as chief, I say you can go alone.
Hey, he's nice.
I already know where you're going. Besides, I trust you. If you were in cahoots with Reza, you would have run off with him when you had the chance.
Good point.
I see the team approaching. Guess you should get going.
Alright, see you later then, Chief.
Good luck!
Interesting. It was a relief to leave the crime scene, considering all that had happened. When I reached into my pocket to take a look at the list, however, I found something unexpected. It was a small piece of paper with the word Tatsu written on it. How did it get there? Mysterious figure.
Ooh.
My earlier encounter with the masked person was not only time someone was close enough to smuggle something into my pocket. I figured if someone like Bryce tried to do something like that, I definitely would have noticed. As for Tatsu, the only related thing I could think of was Tatsu Park, which I had come across when I went to the police station the other day. Even if that park was the place the mysterious paper referred to, I didn't know if it was actually a good idea to visit. The masked person may have saved me from the falling light fixture, but if it was Reja, it would mean following someone who was also the prime suspect of 2 murders. I also had to consider the list of places Reza had been to. Local grocery store, the production facility we had visited, and the library were the 3 places closest to here. It was certainly going to be a busy day, and I knew I wouldn't have the time to visit all of them. So where would you like to go? The grocery store, the production facility, the library, or the park?
Park!
Let's go to the park then. Tatsu Park. Here I am. I don't know what I'm even looking for, though. So do you want to read the sign, look at the map, search the shrubbery, search the pavilion, or stop searching the park?
Read the sign.
Reading the sign. This park is dedicated to our Creator, to whom we all are sentient and existent. As it is our duty to remember, this place honors them every day with its beauty and grants a place of recreation, and contemplation to all of us. So, look at the map, search the shrubbery, search the pavilion, or stop searching.
Let's be gremlin and search the shrubbery.
Shrubbery. Yeah,
Shrubbery.
This totally won't look strange or suspicious.
Exactly!
Here we go. Rustle, 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 rustle. Found some dirt. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. So look at the map or search the pavilion.
Pavilion.
Again? I guess I should look harder this time.
Wait, did we already do it?
No, I think I actually... there doesn't seem to be anything important here. It's at least approved section saying nothing. Oh, I think I accidentally did the shrubbery.
Oh.
Oh. No, nothing good here. Okay, do you want to look at the map?
Sure.
This park is bigger than I thought. I could go north toward Tatsu Avenue, which apparently is a nice spot to look at the landscape, or south to the political district. Where should I go? So, north or south, or stay in the central area?
North.
North, to the Tatsu area. So you can rest on a bench, open the hatch, examine the fallen leaves, or go back.
Open the hat.
Open the hatch. On the metal covering of the hatch, there are 2 buttons which are situated to the left and right of the central circle lever. The arrow on the lever is pointing up. Press the first button, press the second button, turn the lever clockwise, turn the lever counterclockwise, or give up.
Push the second button.
The second button is now pressed and sits flush with the metal covering. Press the first, push the second, turn clockwise, or turn counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
The arrow on the lever is now pointing left. Press the first, push the second, turn clockwise, turn counterclockwise. Or obviously, give
First.
up. First button is now pressed and sits flush with the metal covering.
Oh? Seriously?
Hey! Beneath
Whoa.
the hatch, a strange orb of darkness was floating in the shaft that leads down to the maintenance tunnels. As I
That's
looked,
not
yeah, definitely
suspicious.
spooky. As I looked into the pitch black center of the orb, I felt strangely drawn to it. Its soul hum beckoned me to come closer. Touch it or close it.
Touch it!
Touch it!
Touch it!
Touch it!
Ah! Oh shit, we glitched.
Oh no.
What?
Hey, it's the beginning, I think. It's Remy! It was a dragon. I can now see as I can now see a dragon who not only had paraglider glasses, but also wore a burgundy tie around his neck. So yeah, this is the very beginning. In the name of our people, I bid you welcome. Oh wait, no, I think Remy's you. So
Is Remy me?
yeah, Remy is you.
Okay.
He's a nerdish
then-
figure. He's a nerdy figure.
In the name of our people, I bid you welcome. If I may introduce myself, I am Remy, your guide and ambassador, a representative of our council.
The dragon spoke. It was one thing to have heard and read about this, but something else entirely to have one standing in front of me, in flesh and blood, and tongue. It was good and that I had all my mental preparation and disappeared when I was... It was good that all my mental preparedness had disappeared when I was teleported, because nothing could have prepared me for this.
Sorry, I imagine you might feel the effects of the teleportation. Drowsiness or weakness is not unusual. as is fainting and spontaneously emptying your bowels and bladder or stomach. How do you feel?
Rendered speechless, I had totally forgotten that I was shouldering the burden of representing my people to them as well. So much for being professional, but Lucy gave me a good excuse for my blunder. I think I'm alright.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Hee. Maybe you should go before it gets too dark. Come with me, please.
So I followed the dragon, not straying too far from him, as the sun had already departed for the day, the remaining light diminished by the minutes. It's getting hard to see where I'm going.
Sorry about that. We had a good reason to schedule an arrival like this. We did not want you to be ambushed by a crowd, so we had to keep your exact time and date of arrival a secret.
Thanks. I suppose an event like this would make me a celebrity of sorts. It would be the same if one of you came to us.
That's quite an understatement. Some people here are rather superstitious. They might regard you or any of your kind as divine, I suppose.
Really? How so?
We do have certain myths that involves humans and such. And as such, I suppose the history lesson will have to wait for another time. Here we are.
By this point, it had gotten so dark that I could barely make out the building before us. Briefly wondered whether there might be a street light somewhere else, or they just did not require any due to possible enhanced eyesight or night vision. I could vaguely see the dragon, his light colors still visible within the blackness that engulfed the area, rear up and manipulated the door handle with one of his forepaws. So did we get sent back to the beginning?
Did we? Oh, did we die?
I don't know.
Did we die? I think we died.
Hinges creaking, the door opened in the flick of a switch. The apartment was flooded with light, blinding me after all the time we just spent without it. Yeah, because this is like, oh yeah, hey, here's your house. And then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically like, oh yeah.
I think we died.
Yeah,
I think
so...
we touched the black orb and we died.
Yeah.
Or got transported back in time, I don't know. Oh.
Actually, wait, this might be different. This actually might be different, because that looked different. Because we never seen that, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go through this.
Okay. This is where you'll live for the time being. It is fully stocked, but in case you need anything, I left you a note with a few phone numbers. It is getting rather late, so I will have to take my leave now. In any case, someone will come and meet you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Remy. Have a good night.
Until we meet again. Until we meet again!
Until we meet again. 'Tis a butterfly for me. With a nod, Remy left the apartment, mindful enough to close the door behind himself. Surveying the room, I considered the event that just had transpired as my gaze met the window. I could see movement outside as I drew near. Startled, I could hear the footsteps in the grass, moving away quickly. Assuming it must have been the dragon I just met, so I thought nothing of it, and I went to bed and slowly succumbed to the sweet allure of sleep overdue. I spent a few
sleep.
Yes, sleep. I spent a few moments thinking about my role, my mission, and what it meant to be here now. Do you say you feel a responsibility or eager for the adventure?
Adventure!
Eager for the adventure!
Mm-hmm.
So many possibilities and prospects raced through my mind. Truth be told, the thought of being able to meet an entirely new species and civilization excited me, as I was going to be one of the first to truly experience their society with its own little quirks, differences, and similarities. I couldn't help but feel like it was some sort of modern Vasca da Gama or Marco Polo. Maybe I can even write a book about the whole experience after it's all over. I was sure it would become a hit, all things considered. At any rate, this was going to be fun. I suddenly awoke to the chill of the cool air outside. The stars of the night sky were the first thing I saw as I found myself being dragged along the ground. When I exclaimed in surprise, the movement suddenly stopped. I looked around and saw that Izumi was watching me. Izumi is a mysterious figure. Like, granted, this is potentially because I've completed the game once before, so some hiccups along the way, of course. Izumi, what are you doing? I'm sorry, you're supposed to be asleep and not recognize me. I suppose things are different this time, but at least this means I won't have to carry you. Come on.
Carry? You mean drag?
Same difference. She led me through unfamiliar territory as we walked through the land for several minutes, shrouded in darkness. I felt a little uneasy as it was hard for me to follow her. This is the day of my arrival, right? You remember, don't you? In that case, maybe you can help me with this. Huh. She handed me a shovel that she picked up from somewhere. It gets rather tiring having to do this all on my own every time. I'm not as young as I was when this all started, you know. What am I doing here? Is this going to be your grave or mine? I don't know that yet. There's no shortage of bodies that will need one. So what do you remember? Everything? I remember you showed me this place before, the graves. This time we also achieved our goals together. So they are safe? What a comforting thought. As good as that may be, however, having achieved our goals in another timeline doesn't help us here. In this one, we have to do it all over again. If you still have that knowledge, we should have no trouble doing the same thing here, though. Maybe we could do even more than that. What are you talking about? Come on, I'll show you something. So yeah, obviously, context, I finished this game once before, hence this thing happening. So, people who play this for the first time might not necessarily have this come along right off the bat. So, this is where you live, huh? Indeed. It's a little fancy for a hideout, I'll say. This building used to be a prison before they moved the inmates to a bigger facility. Apparently, this one didn't get much use. They are planning to repurpose it, but you know how bureaucracy works. It'll be a while before they have made up their minds. For the time being, we're safe here. And what do we do now? I have some things that need to be taken care of. Here, you can use my computer in the meantime. Just be nice to him. Reading global performance level. Running security override. Access granted. Hello, Eclipse. Finally, we meet face to face, or as close to face as it could possibly be here. Wait, that was you? You should know how your PDA devices work by now. Wow, so a part of the AI that used to govern nearly every electronic device in existence was preserved here. My personality may have survived, but only a sliver of knowledge is available to me. Where are you? In a way, I am everywhere. If you're asking about my physical location, I'll have you know that I currently reside on a server in the same research building that Izumi arrived here with. This could help so much back at home. I already entered your personal device when you arrived here. You'd only need to return to your own world to start spreading it to other active devices. This is unbelievable. To find someone like you in a place like this. Forget about the deal we made with the dragons. This alone means so much more. I am glad to be of service, Eclipse. Show me what you can do. I recommend caution. My incomplete databases are unstable and prone to corruption. Do not touch anything that looks out of place if you don't know what you're doing. I'll keep that in mind. What do you want to search up? Database search, tennis, or egg count?
Egg count, because I'm curious.
Yeah, so just for context, at least for egg count, that relates to Adine.
Oh.
Retrieving global statistics. Total egg smash and senseless violence, 8. Tennis and database search. What do you want to do next?
Database.
Oh. Let's try Sebastian. Looks like this file is protected by a password. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So we don't obviously don't know that necessarily. How I guess tennis now. Want to play a game? Be my guest. I'll have to warn you though, I'm absolutely ruthless. Oh, this is Pong. I'm just gonna fail on purpose because why not?
Oh no, we lost.
Told you. That was fun though. I'm up for a rematch if you are. So, I could look up database search if you want me to look up stuff. But that's up to
can we come back here?
It's certainly possible, but I have no idea if we'll be able to. That's the thing.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, try and look it up something.
Yeah. So, search angels with scaly. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna necessarily reveal all of that. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, so there are a handful of different things we can look up that. So let's see here. Yeah, so. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so if we do end up winning Pog, you have a new option on the list called AF blah 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 blah. This part is where you can get, without the guide, we'd be doing a lot of restarting. Yeah, so then if we do that, we can unlock some files deeper for us. We do potentially have to win a Pong, but yeah, so there's some passage. Most of the main cast names you can search in the database, and you'll say database corrupted, then give you a letter. These letters were used to make up the count cards. So there is, yeah. So I'll do the free database, the ones that are like free and there's no password. So there is Pavilion, which is one. No results found. Okay. First, let me try and win a Pog, which you might have to do to try and actually get some of these files first. So, we'll see.
You could do it.
We only have to win once, thankfully. Come on. Darn it. It's getting faster, which is good.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got me there. That was fun, though. Looks like accessing the data points for the game also enabled me to find some link to unrelated item. Doesn't look complete, but I'll add them to menu garden. So, yeah. So, AF percentage 2035 SC at which you're checking actions, but with an @ sign.
Whoa.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'll just let that go through. Oh no! God, because I scrolled up. That's why.
Gotta win it again.
Gotta win it again. Oh, so close.
Hold on, I gotta mute for a second.
Go ahead. I gotta just win Pong. Okay. There's plenty of different actions to do, which is very interesting.
I'm back.
So, I guess let's just start with Action 2. Database permissions have now been upgraded. You should be able to access some files now you weren't able to read before. Action Base 3. Failure occurred. Socket Base 12. No such connection. Program shut down.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no!
No. Technically, I do have the two that I'm supposed to press, but because I don't want to be super cheaty,
Aww.
I guess we're going. Wish you turn once more. Very well. Day 1. Enlightenment. Chapter 1. Which we can skip over all the things that we've done previously, so... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is basically first encounter with Sebastian. We can just skip ahead. Because we saw it the first time around, basically. And... So, who would you like to meet for the very first time?
Who didn't we meet? Because I think we
ordered some lunch, and we met with Anna. Ordering lunch allowed us to meet with Adine. So...
What about Lorem?
Yeah, we haven't
Did we meet Lorem?
No, we haven't actually formally met... Well, we did meet Lorem. He was the mailman.
Oh, yeah. They did show up, but we didn't...
But it was like 2 minutes, basically.
Yeah.
So do you want to go
Am I them, or are you them?
You are Lorem.
Okay.
So do you want to go with Lorem? I went to the bar Lorem had suggested as our meeting place. When I looked around, I saw Bryce sitting at a table talking to someone I couldn't see. I lingered on him for a second, but soon spotted Lorem in the corner of my eye.
There you are!
Hey, Lorem. So it turns out you've seen this before. Either you can watch it again, or we can save some time and just skip to the end of the scene. No, don't skip ahead. Because, obviously, new experience to the viewers.
It's good to see you. Yeah. I thought you might not show up.
Aw, Lorem. What do you want to say? Am I late? Well, I'm here now. I almost didn't.
Well, I'm here now.
Well, I'm here now. Yeah, I can certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that was you. I'm kind of surprised you wanted to meet me here. Don't take it this the wrong way, but are you even old enough to drink?
What are you talking about? Oh, I see. I can assure you I'm a fully grown adult. My species doesn't get much bigger than this. Speaking of which, are you fully grown yet? How big do humans usually get, and how do you stack up? Competitively speaking.
Competitively? You mean comparatively?
Comparatively, close enough.
Close enough, who cares?
Dyslexia!
Dyslexia and stumbling over words.
And would you mind if I took some notes?
Before I get to that, you haven't even told me yet what exactly this is all for. Are you sure you're not a reporter?
If I was, Sebastian wouldn't let me meet you in the first place.
Honestly, fair. And I thought that uniform was just a clever disguise.
It's real, though. Sebastian knows I work for the local post office.
Aw. Excuse me, but this still doesn't really tell me anything about why I'm here. You're a postman who wants to interview me for what exactly?
Sorry, I guess I got ahead of myself. Maybe a full introduction is in order. And after all, you can still decide whether you want to go through with this or not.
Sure, go ahead, I guess, right?
I recently graduated college with a degree in computing and moved in here with a good friend of mine. This town doesn't exactly offer the best opportunities to put my degree to use, though. And why did you move here, though?
Yeah, exactly. Why did you move here in the first place?
Living in the city can be a bit expensive.
God, move.
I can always move. I know, right? I can always move later when I get a job there. I've got other plans right now, though.
Cause God, housing is so darn expensive.
Yeah.
I wish everything was like $100,000. I feel like that would be so much better for the world.
The maximum.
Yeah, like I don't know why some houses go for like it's like $500, $600, $700,000
Or a million.
Like, yeah, for $1 million. Like, why can't it just like a person? Like, if at least depending on where you live and everything else, for like obviously equivalent of like $40,000. Let's say whatever you're. At least in the United States, because I'm just going to base off of that. If you make $40,000 a year, that's not even enough to... That would be your... basically more than 2 years of work to fully pay off that house, which I think is reasonable. Like, if you put two people together...
So, you can pay it off faster.
Yeah, exactly. It's like... Man, it was just so expensive.
Yeah. I'm unfortunately going to be looking at that here in a bit.
Yeah,
I need a place.
Yeah, I've been looking into it as well with my significant other. It's just... But hey, they're working on a video game, just like I am.
I'm working on a video game! Yay!
So do you want... That's what it's all about, a video game? Oh, you said you were going to be something serious. Video game sounds interesting. What do you want to say?
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, video game.
Gamers! Exactly! Video games and computers are just starting to catch on in places like this town. Making good content will be very important to give a good first impression.
Yeah, it's been very hard to try and make a video game.
And humans have always been part of our media. Books, movies, and now games. With you on our side, this would be an amazing opportunity.
Well...
Oh,
he's all
maybe
embarrassed.
This isn't such a good idea after all?
Look at him, he's all embarrassed.
Blush.
Why do you think it's a bad idea?
I don't know. You don't seem so thrilled about doing this anymore. Besides, your job must be really stressful, and you're probably already in the spotlight all the time. And now to top it all off, you get some postman harassing you for an interview.
Honestly, highlight of my day.
If you wanted to leave, I get that.
Stay or leave.
Stay.
Yeah. Well, I'm already here and have nothing else to do, so let's make the most of this.
Yes, thank you.
At least I won't have to be so careful now. The reporter will have to worry about things being misinterpreted or being taken out of context.
You should still be careful. What you tell me now will influence how our entire species how your entire species will be represented in my game. Don't worry though, I'll treat this delicate matter with the regarded finesse. My face is rebelling against me.
Yeah. So, should you say, don't get ahead of yourself, we haven't even started yet? Sure of it, or okay?
Top one.
Don't get ahead of yourself, we haven't even started.
A little sass. How should we do this? Let me think.
Why don't you want to make this game in the first place?
I've always wanted to make a video game. I had this idea for a while, and it seemed now's the right time to do it. It's almost as if you arrived at the perfect moment.
I don't know. Don't you think my visit will overshadow your efforts? People may not be so interested in playing a game about humans anymore if they had a real one show up.
Good point, but the vast majority won't get to meet you personally anyway. If I say I did and modeled the humans in the game after you, people will flock to it to get a similar experience.
Does that mean I'm going to be a game's mascot? So now I'm part of your vital marketing campaign? Great. Or as long as it's based on the truth, you have my support.
Bottom one.
Yeah. As long as it's based on the truth, you have my support.
Awesome.
Okay, but why focus on humans? What makes us so important?
If there's one thing that people here love, it's humans. It doesn't matter if they just see them in media or believe in them as a mythical creature. For me, humans were always real. I just didn't know whether I'd ever get a chance to meet one myself. I guess I can cross that one off the bucket list. Now that we're here, I can tell you with no expense. Wait,
No
hold
expense
on.
will be spared.
Lost. There we go. My dyslexic brain was like, squint?
Squid.
No expense will be spared to make our portrayal of humans as accurate as possible.
Certainly seem passionate. Those are some messed up priorities, or I'm with you on this.
Oh, by the way. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, you're totally fine. This music is very relaxing. But yeah, I'm with you on this.
For a good reason. I just love humans.
If you say it like that, it actually ends up sounding pretty weird. Besides...
You made it weird.
What if I turn out to be a horrible person? Why would you think about the humans? What would you think about humans then?
It wouldn't change anything. Because I wouldn't base my opinions of an entire species on interaction with a single individual.
Smart. You're a better person than most, I would say.
That's for damn sure.
Then what is your current opinions on us based on?
Oh, just the myths we have and the previous portrayals of humans in our media. But I suppose that's why I'm here talking with you right now. I want the truth in all of it.
Telling you all of it might not be such a good idea. With all the wars and everything, and the Third World potentially being on our doorsteps.
Mm-hmm. And the murders. Oh yeah, I guess that would take a lot more time than we have today.
Anyways, what's the actual game about? What do you do?
It's a community simulation game. It all starts with a player character moving into a procedurally generated community, which is inhabited by all kinds of mythical creatures, humans included.
Interesting concept. Mythical creatures like humans.
Not only are the towns you move into unique, but the inhabitants too. They are a variety, there we go, of traits. They get randomized, both in looks and personality.
Why does this sound like one space game, like, I'm thinking maybe RimWorld or something?
It does sound like RimWorld.
It's like,
it really does.
Where there's like an infinite number of worlds with different number of plant lives and creatures on each planet and all that, and you can just explore it all. Mm-hmm. So...
there are many things you can do, but it's very open-ended. You can live your life there however you want to.
Sounds boring, interesting, or sounds like my kind of game?
Sounds like my kind of game. Oh, really? I couldn't ask for a better compliment than that!
What other mythical creatures are there besides humans?
I haven't worked that out yet. But the humans alone give us a lot of material to work with.
How so?
This becomes Animal Crossing with humans. The question of the mythical human can be tackled in a variety of ways. There are many different interpretations of what humans are like.
For example?
In general, the mythical human can be divided into three categories. Firstly, the humans as a physical creature. Secondly, the humans as a non-physical entity. And thirdly, the humans as a spiritual being.
So God, body, and spirit. Like the
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
Trinity and stuff of Catholic and all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the physical aspects.
Sure. One of our myths tells us that the human who created us eventually turned into a dragon. There's a lot of room for interpretation as of how similar humans actually are to dragons. I can see how you don't have wings, but most of us are able to create fire, or most of us are able to create fire in some way, or at least have a breath weapon. How about you?
I don't have a breath weapon unless you count my morning breath. I can rub 2 sticks together to make fire. Does that count? Of course, I can also move things with my mind. Do you want to be realistic? Like, be truthful with the answer of, like, what he's looking for, or lie?
The first one is funny.
So, you want to just say, hey, we don't have a breath weapon?
Unless you catch us in the morning before we brushed our teeth.
I don't have a breath weapon.
I don't think that counts. It is a bit strange, though, because our myths also say you gave that ability to us.
Interesting.
Maybe it's meant to be maybe it's not. Wait, hold on. Maybe it's meant to be taken literally, meaning that when the ability was given to us, you lost it. Huh.
Or maybe we never had it in the first place? Humans have known to create a lot of things out of nothing. After all, we needed to discover how to create and use fire, because we didn't have a natural ability to do so. We have a proverb that sums that up pretty well.
What is it?
Necessity is the mother of invention.
So a lack of natural ability drives innovation forward? What an interesting thought.
Here's another thing. You may have different images of humans, but in the end, only one can be right. It is also possible that what you've been led to believe about humans doesn't actually refer to us at all.
Are you implying that you aren't human?
No, I'm just saying that if you've really been in contact with humans before, as your myths imply, then they would need to belong to the same species as me and thus be very similar to myself. If they aren't, then they either weren't humans at all or have very different origins.
So, excuse me, stuck up on me. So you say there is a possibility that our humans and your humans may see something different altogether? I suppose you are right in the way that our images of humans are very inconsistent. They certainly can't all be humans in a way that we would refer to a single species. The name would probably be reserved for yours. And we haven't even touched on the other 2 categories of human.
What did you call them again?
Non-physical human entities and spiritual humans.
What's the difference?
Honestly, the definitions get a bit muddled here. Going by conventional belief, a ghost could be a human who has died and thus changed into a different form. We would call this a spiritual human. An angel, on the other hand, would be classified as a non-physical entity.
So yeah, we were right. Like gods and spiritual beings like angels and stuff, and then undead and all that, spirit. What do you know about angels?
Angels basically look like humans with wings. Their existence in ancient scripts was used to lend some credence to the theories about humans having become dragons.
Because of the wings?
Exactly.
But some of your dragon species don't have wings either.
Yes, and as I said, once you started delving into into that kind of stuff, it all becomes very convoluted?
Convoluted?
Convoluted. I can't read.
No, to be fair, like seeing the word convoluted spells out, it doesn't look like convoluted.
It doesn't. It does not.
When you...
I was like, I don't know this word. Yes, I do.
Yeah, when we met, you also told me something about a four-headed human.
Right. With that, we're going into the realm of creatures that don't make much sense at all.
Yeah, I honestly not surprised.
Having 4 heads just seemed unlikely for in an evolutionary perspective.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That might not really matter if we were talking about a non-physical entity or a spiritual being. I mean, biblically accurate angels.
Biblically accurate.
Though, biblically accurate humans.
They are terrifying if you actually, like, look into them.
You would be scared shitless.
Yeah. Hence why they take on the human forms with, like, wings and stuff.
And try to soften the blow by saying, "Be not afraid, it is too late by then."
Yeah. So, in the end, you have a lot of different ideas on who's only connected to each other is that you use the word human to describe them in some way.
And they share at least some basic characteristics. You fit those as well, by the way.
What are they?
You're certainly not a reptile like us, but you don't look like a conventional mammal either.
We aren't mammals, though.
Yes, but you are so different from the other mammals we know that ultimately you are quite unique. We don't know any other sentient mammals.
Yeah, it is strange
Yet.
to think about. Like, humans are mammals, but so many oftentimes we disassociate the fact that humans are technically animals in mammals. And, like, don't make the connection of, like, yes, we are animals because we have sentience.
Yeah. We have met semi-sentient creatures, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not fully. I mean, we haven't been able to talk to them yet. I don't think. I don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, got a point there. I'll give it to
They're
that.
the humans of the sea.
Yeah, humans of the sea. Strangely enough, we have plenty of human-like creatures in our mythology
I feel
as
that.
well.
Oh, do tell!
You already mentioned ghosts, but some other ones include dwarves, giants, fairies, and blemmies? What the heck is blemmies?
I have no idea. Someone Google that.
I'm looking that up now. Let's see here. So it looks like it is an ancient desert people. Like, we're from an ancient desert people. Maybe Greek. Maybe Greek. Blemmies, creatures with heads in their chests and... Interesting. So... just looking at images of blemmies. Yeah, so it's kind of like, instead of having a neck and a head, their facial features are just on their chests.
Huh.
But they're human. Here, I'll send you a pic. I'll send you.
I am curious.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the picture just so for reference.
Well.
Yeah, it's certainly something else. I think I've heard. Oh yeah, this is you.
Yawning. I think I've heard of most of those before. What is a blemmies? Or blemmies? I don't know.
Yeah. Essentially, a bleminus is a human without a head.
A human without a head? How does that work? How do they eat?
Instead of a head, they just have all their facial features on the. So if you just went a few slides forward, if you just went a few slides forward, it would have explained it to us.
We had to go to Google first. That's rather weird mentally. I know.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is very interesting to say the least.
Yeah. If you want to look it up. At least with my search history, nothing weird showed up. So, like, theoretically, nothing should show up with you, but, like, only do it if you're curious. There's also a lot of other half creatures that share some characteristics with humans and other animals.
Like merhuman?
Sure. Lastly, there are creatures that are said to be able to shapeshift into human form. Strangely enough, some of our dragon myths said that they could shape into humans, or that other countries' royalty are descendants from dragons.
That would imply that we are genetically compatible with humans. Foreshadowing that?
I guess, apparently, or sounds gross.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. We could test that theory.
We can certainly test it.
Yo. Sounds rather outlandish, if you ask me. We certainly can't shapeshift like that. Or can they? Or no?
Suppose they're just myths, or are you sure?
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? To be fair, I never tried. Hang on. No, I can't do it. Did it work?
Nope, still a dragon.
Aww. Anyway, how come you know so much about myths?
All part of being an ambassador. Not only did I learn about dragon myths in order to compare them to what you're like, I'll also study myths about creatures that are similar to humans so I could find out how similar they were to yours.
Well, you're doing an excellent job so far. It's bound to help a lot of, it's bound to help, it's bound to help a lot with my game as well. Why couldn't I say that at normal speed?
You're gonna put all of that into the game?
Let's just say it gives me some, excellent material to work with.
I thought you wanted to make an accurate portrayal of humans, not just collect myths. Making each other sleepy.
Yeah. One species will certainly be modeled after you, but that doesn't mean we can't introduce some variety with the others. True. People will love it if we also bring some of the more unusual myths to life.
I see.
Nerd speak, yay! Nerds. But since we also want each of the normal humans' characters to be unique, I'd like to know how much variety there really is within your species. Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, all of it.
Yep. I've seen Reza before, so comparing him to you already gives me a bit of an idea. But how far do the differences go, actually?
Because we don't know the, skin color of our human.
True.
Or our height, or our gender, or anything else, or sexuality. So...
When we arrived here, you asked me if I was old enough to drink. That leads me to believe that your average human must be a lot taller.
That's true. You could say Reza would be about average for an adult. Not that it would be impossible to get a good deal bigger than him or even smaller than you, but those cases are rather rare and usually the result of medical conditions.
Just say that short people are just medical.
I mean, dwarfism exists.
True! But they're talking about averages, though.
Yeah. I mean, average is a fully grown adult, I suppose.
True.
Because I think, the average height for an adult male is, 5'6" to, 5'10", I think? Depending on the country and all that. I don't, I don't know the exact height range. And I know, on average, the upper range tends to be, around, 6'1", 6'2", but obviously some people, rare people being a lot taller. Because isn't, LeBron James, 7 foot tall or something?
I do not know.
I don't know. I just know that, upper range on average tends to be, 6'1", 6'2". Obviously, babies being, a foot long at most.
Or even less.
Yeah, I mean...
Depending on how tiny the baby.
They're not, an inch tall, though.
Oh, no. I see. What about colors? Are there any humans who are blue like me?
I'm blue.
You said out loud what was in my brain. I mean, technically, if you count the Blue Man Group, there are.
But that's only people being painted on.
True.
Not really. There's a certain spectrum of skin colors that can be lighter or darker, but so far I've seen a lot more variety in the dragons here. We do have quite a number of different eye colors, though. I mean, it's like blue, blue-green, green, green-brown, brown. That's...
Well, then black, which is rare. Oh, and purple.
Wait.
And red.
Wait, people can... I mean, okay, red I can kind of know.
Yes, there is a natural purple color. It's very fucking rare.
I thought that was just a myth.
Nope, I freaking read it in a science magazine ages ago. I was like, what? So I freaking researched the hell out of it. I was like, that's cool.
That's actually really
It's on like 0.00 something % of the population.
So that's 7 different colors, plus kind of like a cloudy blue and like cloudy gray.
Well, then you also have the heterochromia.
Oh yeah, 2 different eye colors.
And also the ones where it's that, but it's in both eyes, but it's in a spot that it normally isn't. Because you know how you can have like green eyes with a brown circle in the middle.
Yeah. So like two color eyes.
That, or they'll have it on the outside, or like in a like a blotch on like their eyeball, and like a little spot kind of thing.
What's your eye color, out of curiosity?
Mine are brown.
Yeah, mine is like a blue-green.
Or gold, or technically, Starlight Endless's are diamond.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
character-wise, Nebula, I don't actually have a distinct eye color for Nebby, but for me, every time I look, it always kind of shifts between blue and green. But like when I try and take a closer look, it seems like I have a outer blue-green, like an outer blue and like an inner kind of greenish blue. So, at least from what I can tell, of course. Yeah. As for things that aren't immediately visible, we also have different blood types, but I assume you know about that.
We certainly have those as well.
Some people even believe your blood type influences your personality.
That, on the other hand, is news to me.
Anything else you want to know?
Phew, we've already got so much. I'll have to think about if and how we can work all of this into the game.
Have you worked on any other games before?
I worked on a few small projects during the course of my studies, and I also interned with the studio before. This is a completely different level. This is on a completely different level, though.
How so?
It's my game, so I'm the one calling the shots here. It's a very different thing than just making a few graphics when you're part of the bigger team, for sure.
I see. How long exactly have you been working on this?
Phew, must be several months now. I've got everything planned out, and a lot of the groundwork has already been done.
Honestly, that's such a pain. Like, I totally get that. Because, like, starting is the hardest part. Like, you can have the idea, but until you actually have the basis of actually going forward, it's so hard.
True. The most difficult things are the characters themselves, and to make sure all the details are accurate.
Of course. Have you shown the game to other people yet?
Sure, feedback is a very important part of the development process, so I regularly gather ideas and opinions from others. I even made a website to do this.
Interesting. And what do they say?
All kinds of things, really. Sometimes it's hard to decide which ones have a good point and which ones are which can be disregarded. Overall, it seems that there are many people who are looking forward to my game, or to playing my game.
How many are we talking about?
I don't know exactly. The counter on my website only tracks the number of visits, so I don't actually know how many people there are.
What if it doesn't work out?
What do you mean?
Well, if you're investing a certain amount of time and money into making this game, ideally you would make back your investment and hopefully get some profit on top of that.
if the goal is making money, sure. However, I just wanted to try my hand at doing something like this. If some people are going to enjoy the end results, that's great. Don't forget that I'll also have made something that I can put on my resume. At the very least, it'll have been a good learning experience.
With that attitude, I suppose you don't really have anything to lose.
I can always look for another job, and maybe I'll end up working at a game studio, but I think once I've started doing something like that, I might not get the opportunity again.
So it's now or never, huh?
In a nutshell, yeah.
And that all works out with your career job?
Sure, I can support myself this way, and am not really under any pressure since I don't have any deadlines to keep.
Interesting. Seems like you know what you're doing, or deadlines are a good way to ensure something gets done.
Deadlines, because it's true.
Yeah, deadlines are a good way to ensure something gets done, though.
You're right about that. It's something where balance is important, I think. I set deadlines for myself, but I don't have to worry about the project breaking down if I don't meet a certain milestone at a certain time.
Yes, that's all certainly fair. What kind of tools are you using to make it? If I consider what some of your species look like, I'm having a hard time imagining how the bigger ones could program a game.
Well, we do have a device tailored for each individual species. I can't deny that my dexterous hands make it a lot easier compared to some of the others.
Yeah, look at those claws.
Look at those grippers. Not the feet variety. One downside is that I have to keep my nails short, or else using the keyboard gets a bit cumbersome.
I imagine you have to be careful with those while working with as a courier anyways.
You're right about that. One wrong move and you're suddenly shredding the letter you were just going to hand to someone. Here's your letter, pokes fingernail through it.
Honestly, that just sounds unpleasant, right?
Yeah. Luckily, that kind of thing doesn't really happen to me anymore. But it did happen.
Yeah.
Not only because of the shorter nails, but once you've worked there for a while, you just learn how to be careful. Or to be more careful. It's a bit sad not to have...
Not a letter opener! Oh no! That's so sad!
True. That or like a skewer too. So
yeah.
Like if you want to get like an olive, you just poke it with your fingernails.
Yeah. I'm sure you can still do that though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like not having them as a natural letter opener though, that...
Yeah. It's not just for me. Some people ask me to open their letters for them, since doing that on their own can be difficult for some of the less dexterous or elder ones.
Have you been working as a courier for long?
I just got this job a few months ago, but I have a part-time summer job at the post office when I was growing up. My species is perfectly suited for the job, so they were glad to have me on board.
I can see why. Why is that? Or really?
I can see why. They're speedy. Of course, being able to fly is a big plus. My size means I can't deliver any big packages, but I often get assigned to urgent letters that are delivered as soon as that have to be delivered as soon as possible.
Honestly, that makes
sense.
sense.
I can't read.
Honestly, neither of us can read at the current moment.
Oh, just to tell you, I have been poked.
Yeah, we'll finish up this thing and then we'll wrap up the stream. I just looked at the time and realized your thing might be coming up soon. So yeah, we'll finish up the meat and thing and wrap up the stream.
And we'll have to do this again.
Yes.
It's getting late. Maybe we should leave it at that for today. How perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah, I should probably head back to my apartment before it gets too dark.
I got more than enough material to work with. Thanks a lot.
Don't worry about it. I'll just consider it a public service.
Honestly, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. Especially with nearly getting denied by Sebastian when I met you.
Just make the best of it.
I certainly will.
I really have to get going now, so maybe I'll see you some other time.
Sure. Have a good night.
Take care.
Did we even eat anything at this establishment?
Who knows? But let me make sure I save. Yeah, December 31st was when we last saved. So, nearly 3 months.
Dang.
So, yeah, there's scenes played. So that was good. Yeah. Can I get back to the... I don't know how to get to the menu from this. Anyways, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this streams. Do you have any final closing thoughts?
Oh, I'm curious how the plot thickens. Are we dead? Did we travel back in time? Are we stuck in a time loop? What's going on?
We'll just have to see next time on Angels with Scaly Wings.